please, went in toward paddock and up towards it.
Well, hello everybody, it's Suffolk Andy here on a beautiful Monday afternoon in Suffolk, and I'm going to do a vlog today that's it's one of those vlogs that you know that you could go into a rant, but I'm going to try not to. As you know, on my last vid I brought you up to scratch with tackless dribs, Aaron, my son, and his hospital treatment and stuff. I didn't mention it, a little Lorna on a scooter. I'll give him a nod. He gave me a little nod back on his little scooter. Yeah, I brought you all up to scratch on that, even though his treatment hasn't finished yet, but I thought I'd report on that one. I didn't mention it on that vid that the court case for the accident was this morning, and what had happened after the accident, the guy was arrested and charged for careless driving for pulling out on Aaron. He was taken to court and he pleaded not guilty. So it was adjourned for nearly 6 months, and this morning he was back in court and he pleaded guilty straight away. Now, I've only spoken to Aaron on the phone because it wasn't in Ipswich, it was in Bury St Edmunds, and this is what he's told me. He pleaded straight away. The reason when he was asked why he didn't plead guilty in the first place is he said he'd never had the video from the police of the accident, so he couldn't make a judgment on it. Well, this is his solicitor, remember. The police then said you were sent the video no more than 2 weeks after the accident, but they denied that, so they're saying the police are lying, but who knows about that one. And they said they'd only got the video a week ago. Yeah, so that was one reason why he pleaded not guilty and guilty now. Now you got to remember, the charge was careless driving. It's one of the lowest charges you can get, and the police have said to Aaron the only reason they brought him up on careless driving is because if they'd have brought him up on anything higher, he might have got away with it. So it's best to get him on something lesser than something higher. Well, apparently this guy solicitor said that he needs his car for work. He's had a heart attack in the past, so he needs his car, and he's been going through a hard time in his life, and could they show some leniency? So he landed up with 5 points on his licence and a £550 fine. Nothing else. Good indication, mate. I knew exactly where you was fucking going. So the only good thing that has come out of it is that now Aaron's insurance claim can be backed up with a guilty plea. So that's one good thing. But the thing what got me is it was so damn blatant, and I think one day Aaron will probably put the accident clip up. Oh, I forgot to tell you, one of the reasons Aaron hit him is because he swerved. If he'd have kept going straight, he might have clipped the back of the car, or he might have missed it. He'd have probably then gone straight into a hedge and been killed. So if he hadn't have swerved at the last moment, he might have missed him. That was another thing they said. If you watch the video, you got no chance to swerve, do anything. Just blatantly pulls right out. Oh, so there you go. One of the reasons I didn't go today with Aaron is because even though I'm the sort of guy who can take anything on the chin, you know, or I don't get that riled as such, but I just felt that if I went and things had gone tits up, I'd have just steamed into the bloke and beat the fuck out of him, you know. And that was better for Aaron to go with his mum and not me. So that was one of the reasons I didn't go. Everybody was saying to me, Andy, don't go because you'll be as cool as a cucumber, and if anything stupid happens, like he gets off, you'll be over there fucking smacking him in. And I'm not a violent bloke, I don't believe in violence, but I know you know, the stress that we've been under over the year. You know, that fucking cunt never stood beside a boy in intensive care, you know, not knowing if he was going to live or die for 5 fucking days, you know. That boy hasn't got to look at that boy's arm, that bloke I should say, has not got to look at that boy's arm and see the fucking state of it, and he's got to walk around with that now. He's only 26, you know. He could live till he was 100, and he's got to look at that arm and walk around with it, you know. 550 fucking quid. That's taking the piss. And 5 points? I don't know. I don't know what you think, but, you know, they say justice prevails. I don't know what I wanted, actually. They were pleading for the solicitor pleaded for not having a band because of his life for work and his heart attack he had and all this sort of stuff. He must be fucking fit enough, because I thought if you had a heart attack you couldn't drive a car or a bike, but I don't know. So I'm trying not to rant, I'm trying not to go fucking mad. You know, like I said earlier, that guy has never had that knock on the door early in the morning with 2 coppers saying that your son has got life-threatening injuries and you've got to get that car and go up there with the blue flashing lights to the hospital and get in there to see your son in that state. He's never had to do that, you know. And he gets 500 quid, 550 quid and 5 points on his licence. So, and I'll sling it around another slight different way. I bet you, never got a nod off him, fucking cruiser cunts. So cynical today. I bet you if one of us pulled out and killed somebody in a car or something like that, or seriously injured them in a car, I bet you wouldn't get 5 points and £550 fine. You'd be looking at some janky, mate. You'd be in that fucking nick. Or you'd be banned at least, you know, even for a short while. So maybe I'm looking at it in the wrong way, you know, trying to say that they're picking on bikers or whatever, I don't know. Just the way I feel at the moment. But anyway, I'm not going to go on too long. Let me think what you think of that lot. Oh, the other thing is, on a lighter note, a quick lighter note, somebody sent me a reply to my last vlog when I said, oh, I've got a lot to do DIY, and I've been saying that for quite a while. Got a lot to do DIY. Well, there's a reason I say it, and the reason is I get out of it. You know, I hate DIY, and I do everything, every slippery trick in the book to get out of it. But the trouble is, I've slipped out of it so much, I can't get away with it now. So if I'd have done it in the first place, I wouldn't have to do it now. But I've got to do it now, so that's me just being a slippery git. Getting out of her clutches, trying to get away from her DIY around the house. But anyway, that's enough of me, boys and girls. Ride safe. Suffolk Andy!